All right, here we go. Welcome to FinTV, everybody. I really do appreciate that. We got daily news for 7/14/2025, July 14th, and this year of our Lord 2025. Thank you for joining me here at FinTV 123. I got to remind you guys, don't forget that if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. Don't forget that if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. If you have Twitch Prime, you should probably give it to me. I think I need it. I'm a one-man show and I can use the support. Follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, let's get into it, you guys. I got 10 stories for you. We're starting with Donkey Kong. Let's waste no time and get right into it, y'all. Oh, sorry, I got the audio playing for my clip. All right, here we go. So, story number one. This is coming from Jermaine Lucier over at Gizmodo. Donkey Kong might be Nintendo's next cinematic leading ape. As of right now, we know there are 2 Nintendo movies in the works. A sequel to the mega hit Super Mario Bros. Movie scheduled for release April 3rd, 2026, as well as a live action film based on The Legend of Zelda. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be really cool. Which is coming May 7th, 2027. That's important because it sets up a quote from Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa that sends fan speculation into a frenzy a few weeks back. On an investor's call, Furukawa said, although we cannot discuss our plans beyond the Legend of Zelda movie at this time, we are working on various other projects. So basically, we are just getting our hands on some info that was discussed in an investor call a few weeks back, but we're just getting the info. And he said that they can't discuss anything about future products. What other projects? Continuing the article. Well, soon after, it was discovered that Nintendo Studios and Universal Pictures filed a joint copyright for an quote untitled Donkey Kong project, end quote, that's classified as a motion picture. IO9 reached out to representatives for Universal and Nintendo for comment or clarification, but have not heard back as a publication. So yeah, an investor call a few weeks ago, they said that they're working on various other projects, and then very shortly after that, there was a copyright from Universal untitled Donkey Kong project, and it's classified as a motion picture. So it's been all but revealed officially that there's going to be a Donkey Kong movie. That's pretty cool. This is the year of Donkey Kong. We got the Donkey Kong game coming out. This movie. There was one other thing. What's the other piece of Donkey Kong related media we got? I don't know. There was one more thing, but yeah, lots of Donkey Kong. Love to see it. Let's check the chat here. We got Scott in the chat asking for some Gooner news. Gooner news, no. Let me look very closely here. No Gooner news, unfortunately. Political news, no political news. Fuck. You know what? I forgot to get the GTA news here. Maybe I could find on the top of my just on the flip of a dime some GTA news for you, bro. What do we got? Some GTA news for Scott. Let's see what we got here. I I type in GTA here. You know you want it, bro. This is the first thing that came up. I type in GTA news and fucking Donkey Kong's in it. It's the year of Donkey Kong. It's the year of Donkey Kong. We can't escape Donkey Kong. I can't make this up. GTA and Donkey Kong in the same article, bro. Donkey Kong Bonanza has a development time to rival GTA 6. I can tell you that we started developing it after finishing Super Mario Odyssey. Donkey Kong Bonanza has seemingly been in development for longer than GTA 6, according to the Switch 2 game's producer. If you ask anyone about GTA, they'll tell you Rockstar Games has taken forever to get GTA 6 out, which makes sense since GTA 5 is old enough to make a will in its home country of Scotland. While not quite Duke Nukem Forever levels, it feels like GTA 6 has been in development for so long that it's going to be almost impossible to live up to the hype. However, an ex-Rockstar developer claimed working on GTA 6 didn't actually kick off until 2018, after the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, which feels like a far more realistic dev time for a game as big as GTA 6. Speaking to Spanish outlet La Vanguardia, Super Mario Odyssey director and Donkey Kong Bonanza producer Kenta Motokura has confirmed that work on Bonanza actually started all the way back in 2017. So Donkey Kong Bonanza is taking longer to develop than GTA. There you go, Scott. That was just for you, bro. All right, moving on. Next story. Technically story number 2. Wild, right? All right. We got story number 2. This is coming from Jordan Middler over at Video Games Chronicle. A Nintendo Direct is scheduled for later this month. It's claimed. According to Nate the Hate, who has a track record of reporting on Nintendo Direct plans before they are announced, Nintendo's next show is planned for later this month following the release of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Quote, I have been told there is a Nintendo Direct this month, the month of July, but that the Nintendo Direct will not take place until after Donkey Kong Bonanza's release, end quote. My prediction is that this is going to be a 2-in-1 Direct, a duo Direct, and it's going to be half Metroid, half Kirby Air Riders. That's just my prediction. Half Metroid, half Kirby Air Riders. All right, moving on to story number 3, you guys. We got, this is coming from anything in the chat here. Scott says, who would think Donkey Kong would take that long? For real, that's wild. Hopefully it's hopefully you can tell. Hopefully it pays off, you know, and it's a wonderful game that feels like it's been worked on for that long. All right. Anyway, we got story number 3. This is embarrassing. This is an embarrassing story for Microsoft. All right, here we go. This is coming from Lee Brady over at True Achievements. A lead for the Xbox graphics team has employed AI to help promote new positions at the company, and needless to say, things have not gone according to plan. In a perfect storm of bad timing, poor judgment, and a baffling lack of oversight, a lead for the Xbox graphics team has used a shoddy AI-generated image to advertise new positions at Microsoft. The resulting post is hilarious as it is depressing, and it has deservedly earned near constant derision from commenters online. Comments have called the image tone deaf, shameful, embarrassing, and hilarious. This is truly embarrassing for Microsoft. This is the kind of thing that makes me consider getting a PlayStation. Like, is there no one checking over this shit before it's being posted? Look at the image. This is the image right here. You can see through the monitor. The image that you're looking at on the monitor is on the back of the monitor for some fucking reason, and it all just looks like just the worst fucking dog water I've ever seen in my life. Embarrassing. Come on, Microsoft, be better than that. All right, moving on. We got story number 4. Anything in the chat? Maybe it's so bad that they've been trying to. Hey, you never know. That happens. Story number 4, you guys. This has to do, so this is a creator of BioShock, Ken Levine, talking about his new game Judas. This probably isn't something that you're looking forward to, Scott, but because I don't think you've ever played BioShock, but I love BioShock. BioShock 1 and BioShock Infinite both have soft spots in my heart. So this is from the same creator, and so I'm really excited for this game called Judas. So this is story number 4, coming from Eddie McCooch over at GameSpot. BioShock creator says new game Judas bucks all these new major gaming trends. Quote, you buy the game and you get the whole thing. There's no online component. There's no live service because everything we do is in service of telling the story and transporting the character, end quote. He said as reported by Games Radar. Levine went on to say he doesn't want to diss developers who make those kinds of games, noting that they are expensive to make and companies want to see a return on investment. For Levine and his studio, Ghost Story Games, the developer said he feels fortunate that company owner Take-Two gives the team freedom. Quote, we're very fortunate to work at a company where they believe in us enough that they say, okay, you've been working on this thing for a long time. It's going to cost a reasonable amount of money, and we're not going to push any of that stuff on you, end quote. Talking about pushing live service, paying $1 for, I lagged a little bit there. Paying $1 for a helmet, paying $10 for a new costume. You know, he's talking about that kind of thing. This game is going to have none of that. I absolutely love to hear this. I absolutely love it. Just playing the new Tony Hawk game recently reminds me of how fun it is to play a game where you unlock little things for your character. You unlock stuff through gameplay. You know, you progress through playing the game. You're not being nickeled and dimed for helmets and stickers and costumes. You just earn it by playing like a good old-fashioned video game. Love it. All right, so that's good news for Judas. Next, for story number 5, you got Resident Evil. This is coming. Let's see. Let's check the chat here. Fire button on. Fire button up. Like a yes, no button? That's a good idea. I'll definitely look into that. If that's what you're saying. Fire up, fire button up. Yes, no. Yeah, I'll do that next time. Fire button. Oh, okay. Oh, fire button up. My button up. I'm like, okay, got you. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. All right, moving on. We got story number 5. So this is coming again from Eddie McCooch over at GameSpot. Resident Evil movie director says he's expecting online hate, and here's why. The director of the upcoming Resident Evil movie has discussed his vision for the adaptation, including plans to shift away from the source material in some ways, even if it upsets some fans. In the new issue of SFX magazine, Zach Kreger said he isn't aiming to be, quote, completely obedient to the lore of the games, end quote, with the film. He didn't elaborate on the specifics of what changes he might make, but Kreger said he isn't planning to break any major rules of the franchise. He also assured that he is a gigantic Resident Evil game fan, adding that he's played every entry in the series and has a specific fondness for Resident Evil 4. He said he can't even count the number of times he's played that game. Instead of being obedient to the game's lore, Kreger said he's aiming to tell a story that just feels authentic to the experience you get when you play the games. While Kreger is clearly a fan of the Resident Evil franchise and wants to tell an authentic story, he understands that no matter what, quote, no matter what I do, people are going to come for me online, end quote. Another quote, so all I want to do is just make a really good movie and tell a story that's compelling. I know that I'm gonna be happy with the movie and hopefully other people will too, end quote, he said. Probably the wrong move to do that. I'll just keep it real, buddy. Fans are rabid and they're gonna come for you. You should have stuck to the lore. Look at the Halo show. I liked the Halo show, but they did not stick to the lore. They did some crazy weird shit, and look where it's at now. Canceled. All right. Moving on to story number 6. We got Tony Hawk in the news again. So this is coming again from Eddie McCooch over at GameSpot. Tony Hawk, have a sip of water. Tony Hawk 3 and 4's unexpected Guitar Hero reference is being removed after being deemed disrespectful. People are accusing Iron Galaxy of being disrespectful to the original developers. A fan discovered that a game bearing a resemblance to Guitar Hero is in a trash can. The original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater developer Neversoft also made multiple Guitar Hero games, and some are taking the inclusion of the game in the trash can as a sign of disrespect to Neversoft, which closed in 2014. Others say it's a simple joke. For its part, Iron Galaxy said it doesn't know how it happened, but it will be removed soon. I really don't think it's such a big deal. It's a skateboarding game. Isn't it supposed to be a little bit edgy? I don't know. Moving on, we got story number 7. This is coming from Tom Phillips over at IGN. First photo of HBO's Harry Potter in costume released as filming begins. Our first look at HBO's new Harry Potter actor in costume has been released as filming begins on the series. A behind-the-scenes production photo published today shows 11-year-old actor Dominic McLaughlin dressed in familiar Hogwarts attire, scar visible on his forehead. Today's announcement by HBO also brings with it a cluster of additional casting details, including young actors Rory Wilmot as Neville Longbottom and Amos Kitson as Dudley Dursley. Sherlock actress Louise Brayley is the series' new Quidditch teacher, Madame Rolanda Hooch, while Game of Thrones' Anton Lesser will portray legendary wandmaker Garrick Ollivander. In Sherlock, Brealey played Morgue Dr. Molly Hooper. In Game of Thrones, Lesser played the villainous Qyburn. Cool. The photo looks like Harry Potter. It looks just like Harry Potter. Yeah, glad to see it. Looks cool. Moving on to story number 8, you guys. We got, this is coming from Dio Lacayo. Okay, so this is kind of explaining how to get all the weapon charms on Marvel Rivals, and I'm kind of pulling from someone else's article. So this is coming from Dio Lacayo over at IGN. So this is how to get all the accessories in Marvel Rivals. Accessories are cosmetics that are assigned to specific characters. Though they can't be attached to any character you like, they can at least be equipped to any outfit you have unlocked for that respective character. Each accessory has an effect and a display. Effects just show you what the accessory looks like when it's equipped, while the display shows the sticker that will appear on screen during certain animations. I think by certain animations, it means like if you get a kill, that Deadpool booty, that's gonna pop up if you get a kill or something like that. We've included all of them in the tables below. So to unlock the accessories, you need to earn accessory points. When it comes to spending them to unlock accessories, you find them in the store menu tab and then click accessories in the sub menu. Accessory points are earned by participating in competitive matches or quick matches. However, there is a weekly cap of 700 points. Every Friday at 9 a.m., the accessory points will reset. This will mean you're free to start earning your weekly 700 accessory points again. Any points that have not been redeemed will carry over. So that's how you get your weapon charms in Marvel Rivals. Moving on to story number 9. We got 2 stories left, you guys. 2 more, and we're all done. This is coming from Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming. Peak smashes past 5 million copies sold in under 1 month. AggroCrab, the developers behind the viral game Peak, have announced that the game has sold over 5 million copies in under a month. The announcement comes after the game hits its all-time concurrent player peak of 114,492 players last week. Peak is a brand new indie game developed by AggroCrab and Landfall, a cooperative climbing game that supports up to 4 players. The premise is simple: climb to the top of a mountain. The game has been praised for its meme-like style, but its developers have said that it will not add cannibalism into the game despite player requests. Great to see. I do love me some Peak. It's a fun little game right there. Moving on to our last story. We got Scott in the chat. Am I gonna stream later on after this? Absolutely. When I'm done with the news, I'm gonna end this stream for like 5-10 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back up to stream a video game for an hour or so. So yes. Scott is not a fan of Peak. That's all right. I like it. I like weird little cutesy games like that. I don't know. Moving on to our last story, you guys. This is kind of a funny one for me because I hate cheaters. So this is coming from Andy Chalk over at PC Gamer. Epic publicly humiliates. Let me start that over. I said that funny. Epic public. I cannot say the word publicly. Epic publicly humiliates 2 more Fortnite cheaters by forcing them to say sorry and promise to never, ever do it again. 2 more Fortnite ne'er-do-wells have been socked in the chops with the clenched fist of public humiliation, which is to say that they have been forced to make public apologies for being jerks. We took legal action against 2 people who cheated and broke our rules, Epic said in a statement. Quote, one sold and used cheats and the other carried out cyber attacks on content creators who were live streaming gameplay, also known as DDoS attacks. Both have been ordered to stop these activities and are banned from playing Fortnite permanently. If you break the rules, there are consequences. That's a quote by Epic. Good. I hate cheaters. This is their apology. There's 2 apologies. They're both basically the same. It's just like a 30-second video of this statement here. It says, I would like to apologize to the Fortnite community for both cheating in Fortnite tournaments and selling and distributing cheats and hardware that enabled others to cheat. I violated Epic's rules and they have taken legal action against me. I am banned from playing Fortnite forever, and I'll face legal action if I sell or distribute cheats again. What a loser. Take the L and weep, cheater. All right. That's our news for today, you guys. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate that. This is FinTV123. I would like to remind you one more time, don't forget that if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. Don't forget that if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. If you have Twitch Prime, you should probably give it to me. I'm a one-man show, one-man business, and I could probably use the support. So give me that Twitch Prime subscription. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here at FinTV. I really do appreciate it. That's been our news for July 14th, 2025. Donkey Kong movie. Woo!